Now that 2022 is well over halfway over, the year in movies is officially at a stage where we can really take stock. The top 10 films of 2022 will be discussed in today's video. Let's get the video started. 10. Crimes of the Future, the first theatrical release by David Cronenberg in 8 years. Crimes of the Future is no exception. He envisions a time where people are growing new organs and are pain-free. A performance artist, Viggo Mortensen, does live events in which his partner, Léa Seydoux, operates on him to reveal his most recent creation, viewing his new internal functions as little sculptures. Even though Crimes is a peculiar movie, it demonstrates that Cronenberg still has some of the best sci-fi ideas to offer today, even after 50 years. 9. Orphan. First kill. If the prequel to 2009's Orphan is worth the hype, you might be wondering. 13 years later, or even really need a follow-up. Guess what, though? The precocious Esther's Genesis narrative as attempted by director William Brent Bell may even be superior to the original. In spite of the fact that Esther is actually a 30-plus-year-old mental prison escapee, Orphan. First Kill finally provides us a glimpse into how she ended up in the adoption system. Horror film reasoning never grows stale. The prequel takes the original's outrageous idea and turns it completely around. 8. Fire Island. Although Joel Kim Booster makes it seem straightforward on Fire Island, updating Jane Austen is never simple. Pride and Prejudice is relocated to the Fire Island Pines in this heartfelt contemporary rom-com, where homosexual men flock to the island in pursuit of a fabled summer adventure. Fire Island demonstrates that there are still fresh facets of Austen to uncover. It is humorous, emotional, and even vulnerable. 7. Fresh. This eerie Hulu offering offers a good bottom half on a double bill with X if you want to double down on horror. Mimi Cave, making her promising feature directing debut, provides the Fright Night goodies and then some, even though it isn't nearly as brilliant as that movie. This is especially true if your sweet tooth in the genre leans toward Eli Roth's Hostel movies. Fresh is much less misogynistic than Roth's body of work, but when the credits have rolled, gender studies majors and dating app addicts will still have much to talk about. 6. Navalny. The timing of Daniel Rohrer's film about Alexei Navalny, the leader of the Russian opposition, could not be more tragic or urgent. The outspoken Putin opponent who is currently serving time in prison for having the temerity to challenge the status quo is reminiscent of a Kafka character. It's frightening, funny, and frighteningly funny all at once. The film describes how Navalny was poisoned while visiting Siberia, evacuated to a hospital in Germany for treatment, and then sent back to Russia where he was immediately detained. 5. A Head's Knee. Over the past 8 years, Israeli filmmaker Nadav Lapid has produced 3 must-see imports in addition to this scathing examination of the boundaries of artistic freedom in his native country. Avshalom Pollack portrays a Telephone Avivian director who visits a far-off desert settlement to screen his most recent film. There, he is greeted by an unexpected censor who refuses to pay him until he signs a regular form promising to refrain from speaking about anything that might be viewed as controversial. The director adopts a position that is not just defiant but also emotionally cruel. 4. Turning Red. It's difficult to recall what animation we watched with our children because Pixar has long been the industry standard BTS, before Toy Story. The most recent film from the studio, Domi Shi's Turning Red, is as charming and insightful as anything it has produced in the previous 5 years. At a time when diversity on the big screen is so lacking, Pixar deserves praise for adopting a non-blonde, non-blue-eyed heroine. But it deserves far more praise for making Mei Lin's predicament seem so commonplace. 3. RRR. The movie by S.S. Rajamouli is as leisurely and regal as a speedball. The 187-minute length and somewhat convoluted plot of this film cannot disguise Rajamouli's reckless, balls-out boldness in the making of it. Just give it 30 minutes if you're not sure this one is for you. I assure you that at that moment, resistance is pointless. 2. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Put on your seatbelt and get ready for one of the season's most unexpected successes, and the trippiest, craziest movie of the spring. The challenge laid down a decade ago by Charlie Kaufman and Michel Gondry, 2 meta-jovial pranksters who sneaked cerebral, handcrafted surrealism into the mainstream of Hollywood, is picked up by Everything Everywhere All at Once. The seldom film that offers something you haven't seen before is Everything Everywhere All at Once. 1. The Worst Person in the World. Even though it was only February when I watched it, the lovely, humanistic Norwegian import from director Joachim Trier, a 2018 Best Foreign Language Film Oscar nominee, remains without a doubt the best movie of 2022. The Worst Person in the World, which consists of 12 chapters plus a prologue and an epilogue, is anything but tidy and well organized. It's complex, surprising, bittersweet, and ambiguous, just like life. Additionally, Trier's female lead is surrounded by so much empathy throughout the film that you can't help but fall in love with her even if you know she's making mistakes. That's it for today. Smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates.